Intellectual stew. Intellectual stew with James Kirkland.
Powerful and provocative, prophetic and practical,
Intellectual stew.
informative and inspirational. How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do.
Intellectual stew.
Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager.
Intellectual stew with James.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? What's up? What it do? Time for another episode of the Intellectual Stew with yours truly, James Kirkland. Let's have a conversation tonight. Y'all want to talk for a minute? Let's groove for a minute. Y'all come in and say hello. If you're listening live, let me see you hit hashtag, put hashtag live. Hashtag live. If you are listening to the replay, what should you do? Hashtag replay. But we're getting ready to talk in a minute. Let's let the music groove for a hot second. How was your day? Come on in the room. Say hello. Say hi. Let me know you're there. Who's there? Who's speaking already? What's up, Shantae? Hashtag live if you're listening live. You're doing good. Great. Waiting on my peoples. I had a good day, actually. I ended up working today. I wasn't expecting to work, but I ended up having to go in, and that's where we are. So it was a good day. Let me turn this music off. It's us, so we can get the party started. Hey, who's there? Who else is there? Marlon, what's up, cuz? Hashtag live. I see you there. Good. Hit that hashtag live. Let me know that you're listening live. And I am waiting on my folks, my people. If you hadn't had a chance to go to my Facebook page and look at that last post I just put up, yeah, I'm not trying to cause any issues, but I want to let y'all know it's the truth. Everybody talking about what they're not going to do. It's the same thing. Everything goes both ways. I find out everything that we argue about or that are issues for each other. I mean, we go through it on both sides. So we just need to learn how to communicate, learn how to get along, and I think we're gonna be all right. Let's get. And if you've just come in, do me a favor, go ahead and share this video. And let's get this thing popping, man. I'm ready for the conversation to get started. I'm ready to get the conversation started. And it looked like I might be starting this conversation by myself, or else some of y'all are going to be on here with me in a few minutes. So let's, who's there though? I mean, y'all, I see Marlon has spoken. I see Shantae has spoken. And Shantae, I appreciate you. You have been here since day one. You've been here since day one. And I appreciate that. I'm still waiting on my Monday Night Live t-shirt though. I'm still waiting on that Monday Night Live t-shirt. Hey, what's up, Melinda? What's up, Melinda? Melinda had it lit up in this joint last week. I appreciate you, Melinda. Melinda had this joint lit on last week. Man, we had a good conversation. Do y'all remember what did we talk about last time? We talked last week. We talked about being thin line between love and hate. And then we started, well, it got a little risque because y'all kind of had me blushing last week. Y'all had me blushing. So, but I appreciate that. And you know what I like about that? We're all grown. And with us all being grown, we can have those kinds of conversations. and be good. Let me make sure I sent them their video, their invites. I'm gonna send out. Let me send out. Because somebody just texted me and asked said they couldn't see me. So let me send this out right quick. Hold on, people, good people, and we'll get this party started in just a moment. Oh yeah, and listen, this is another open mic night. This is another open mic night. So with it being open mic night, if it's something that you all want to discuss, hey, the floor is open. Y'all can get it started. You can get the conversation started. I'll start with what you all want to talk about. I got a couple things in mind that I am going to discuss before the night's over. But but um, but if it's something that's pressing in your spirit or on your mind that you want to talk about, uh, then we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We just, like I said, I'm just want to have a good adult conversation, and we'll be good to go. Let me. Corey just pulled in. Corey, are you there? Let me make sure you're there. What's up, Brandy? Corey, you're muted if you're on.
Hey
If you're
everybody.
Okay, yeah, I see you now. All right, so we got Coy. Ashley's probably on her way home from work, because she'll probably be on in a minute, and hopefully we'll get Mark on in a few minutes. So we're getting ready to get this, like I said, get this conversation started. It's open mic night again, so whatever I feel like talking about, unless y'all start something, I'm started though. Unless something, I'm going to start it with what I want to start it with. Coy, did you see the post I put up at about 30, 45 minutes ago?
About men?
Yeah,
Yes,
it
I
is.
saw that.
Tim Bowser said that live looking good. You're right. But Tim came over here. Listen, I've been telling you all that, like, with my green screen, y'all be seeing shadows and all that kind of stuff. It's me, because I don't know. I'm so technically challenged, it makes no sense. So I've been hoping somebody would come over here and figure this thing out for me. And my homeboy, well, my guy out here lives in the same area I live in. He came over the other night and gave me like a photo shoot where he took a couple of headshots of me. And then I asked him would he come over and get my green screen right. And he got it right, man. And I appreciate that. I
Yes.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna learn how to do it myself, Tim. I know you put the tape on the floor, but I'll probably mess that up. I'll probably vacuum it up or something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But so I wanted to put this out there because all the time we hear in our society, and I'm sick of I tell y'all all the time, I'm sick of our society being so affected by outside entities, right? They plant these subliminal seeds and of discord between black men and black women. Sometimes there are really issues that are non-issues that we make issues, and I'm really, really tired of it. But a few weeks ago, Coy, you remember I did a show entitled Black Men Are Dying Alone. You remember that?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and we talked about black men dying alone, and people, the girl. I wish I didn't set the video. I didn't cue the video up, but when I put the video up, when I had the video up last time, she came in and she talked about how she worked in a nursing home, and in that nursing home, that there were a bunch of black men there in the 40s, 50s that were there alone, that didn't have any family, anybody coming to see about them and to come in to check on them. So she's saying that it's a sad situation. She said, and she says because black men don't want to be married. Well, I think that's only part of the story. I think you have to unpack that whole theory a little bit more to understand why black men aren't getting married. There you because it just can't be all. Let me say this, TJ, Tim, you are married, so you disqualified, but you can still listen. But black men, what's up, Dawood? It's not that all of us want to be players. It's not that all of us want to move from woman to woman. It's not that all of us want to have a harem or be super promiscuous, and that's why we're not getting married. Sometimes it's that black men don't want to settle either, because there is something to, in a sense, settle for. Watch, let me show you this meme. Let me show you this meme right quick. Hold on. Let me show you this meme. And this kind of stuff that, Corey, unmute yourself in a second. This kind of stuff that makes me mad. I almost said the wrong thing. But this is look what this girl said. Look at this. Look at this right here. Now this, like I said, you see, yeah, can you see that? Can you see that,
Yeah, I
Corey?
can see that.
All right, cool. So it said, she says,
Mm.
stop. Oh, she says, share this if I'm going to send you the link, Lazaric. It says share this if you're a strong, independent black woman who don't need no man. I'm gonna read that one more time. This is what this look at the picture. Look what she's saying. Look at the facial expression, all that. She says, well, you stupid. She says, share this if you're a strong, independent black woman. Here comes the double negatives who don't need no man. Okay. So is that the sign, Coy? Unmute yourself again, please. Is that the
Okay.
sign of a strong black woman because she don't need no man? Or I mean, what is she saying?
I can't relate to women like that. I don't know what she's saying, to be honest with you. I know what she looked like behind the words that's on the picture. So maybe those are the types that feel that way, and it's really deeply rooted within, or how they are, like I always say, they're uncomfortable with themselves. So maybe that's what makes them feel better because they can't get a man with that mentality, or
You,
that, I mean, it's sad to say, but the way they carry themselves.
you know what? That's an interesting caveat, Coy, because could it Lazarick, I just sent you the link. Come on up here and talk with us tonight. But listen, that's an interesting caveat. And ladies, I'm gonna ask y'all. Let me share it again. Let me share it again. Let me share it one more time.
They're hyping themselves up, I believe,
Yeah. Well,
because of their esteem.
yeah, and I'm going to throw a twist there. But I want to show it one more time because some people that just came in and might not have seen it. Share this. Y'all see it. If you're a strong, independent black woman who I hate talking like this. I think my teacher's gonna slap my hand with a ruler. A strong, independent black woman who don't need no man. So I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me for talking like that. But if that's the case, if people are thinking like this, right? Could it be?
Hmm.
And I'm asking the audience, Lazarick, if you want to come on for real, I sent it to your inbox. I'd love to have you. But could it be, ladies and gentlemen? Could it be a form of self sabotage? Because
I do believe that.
if I suggest up front that I'm not getting no man, not getting no woman, I mean, I ain't putting up with this. And if I gotta do that to be with a man, then I ain't gonna be getting a man. So you set unrealistic expectations so that if you never measure up to those expectations, right? Then you can say, well, I wasn't gonna settle for no man. I mean, talk to me, Quinn. Ain't about me and you tonight. So we got to roll. Hold on. Let me see what Frank Matthews said. Frank Matthews said she's saying she's mad because she can't keep a man or someone to want them. That's it. I hate the agenda. I agree with that. Uh, Anthony said, I think she doesn't understand the purpose of a man. Anthony, tell us what, in your words, what would you say is the purpose of a man? Women, a purpose of a man in a woman's life. And congratulations on your podcast. I see you doing big things. I see you doing big things. She said she don't understand the purpose of a man. Melinda said, women who talk like this post are the ones who consistently chose the wrong man and now blame all men for their own fault. Okay. I like that. What did Lazarick say? Lazarick said certain types of women and some men have complexes with themselves and try to cover their insecurities up by posts like that one. Yeah, okay, Lazarick, I like that. I like that. And I think that's kind of somewhat what I was saying to an extent, that sometimes people don't people will self-sabotage, like I said, by setting up unrealistic expectations, and then when they aren't able to measure up to measure those expectations, then they always have what I like to call a hand grenade. They can use that and say that that's how they blew the situation up. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather blow the situation up than to try and fail, or to say that no one wanted me, to an extent. And so,
Hmm.
but they keep doing that, right? and it's such a common thread. I mean, so especially with our culture, I don't really see this in any other culture but our culture, right? We're always talking about, like, well, I ain't gonna settle. And I don't need this, and I don't need this, and this and that, yada yada yada, all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what? No, you can't. Not hey, I mean, girl, you almost made me cuss. Hey y'all, hey Ashley, hey Ashley. I'm sorry, guys. Ashley,
Listen, I
don't.
think we've been led to believe that strength, money equals strength,
Mhm.
money equals independence. The higher you are in your career, you're okay by yourself, but none of us are okay alone. I need you, you need me. That's the only way it's going to work. There's strength in numbers.
But
So just because we're doing all of this stuff or we're successful in certain things does not mean that we're successful in all things, not solo. It doesn't work that way.
but you remember Corey, and that's true. I'm agree with that as well. But when you start talking about success and equating it to money and all that stuff, you remember a couple of weeks ago we had this conversation, right? And we talked about the average household income only being $59,000. So a lot
Yeah.
of people that are acting like this ain't got no money. They ain't not any counting any money that's like that. Now you have those that probably get to this high valued earning type position, and then they try to find it hard to quote unquote find their equal, right? But you got people who making $40,000 a year and working in the lunch line, still talking about they ain't gonna settle for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And well, $40,000 might be a
Yeah,
little bit,
that's
a little bit much for the
insane.
lunch lady. You see what I'm saying? So you got people emulate, because what's happening is that these mentalities have been perpetuated, and mamas have directly or indirectly taught their daughters, grandmamas have indirectly taught their daughters, and guess what, you even teach them when you don't cover them and allow certain things to be into them. You see what I'm saying? If you letting them sit at home watch Lizzo do splits on the table, and
Say
then
it.
defending that behavior by saying, "Well, they can do what they want to do." I get tired of people, Stacy, who tell me don't judge me, but then sit around and judge everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what's going on in the world. Keisha said something. Keisha said that woman in that context, it sounds like she's speaking from an unhealed place. I agree. I agree. I think she's speaking from
And
a
she's
very
bleeding on everybody else, as you said.
man. Please,
If
man,
you
cause
independent and you don't need a man, there's no such thing. Woman
throw
need
your
man,
hands up.
man need
Throw
woman.
your hands up with all the single ladies. Oh, with my bad. I'm sorry, but that's the
But you know
messages.
what, Jane?
What's that?
Yeah, that's sad. That's so
Yeah,
sad. And you talk about the income in these households, and these are the main people that say them. When you get to a certain income in your life, income is no longer a discussion. You just want peace. You want happiness. It's not about, oh, well, this person isn't good enough for me, or I'm not good enough for that person. It's like there's no monetary value on happiness and your peace.
no,
So
you're
for
absolutely right.
me, as long as you're peaceful and you're content, like you're good enough for me. When you get to a certain financial spot in your life or financial level in your life, that's no longer a discussion. You're
Mm-mm.
happy. You're
Yeah,
good. You just want to continue that happiness and have peace.
yeah.
So why do we continue to have these conversations about, well, if I'm this successful and I'm six figures or whatever, and I'm at a good place in my life, why do we continue to have these discussions about finances? If you can hold your finances, why is that an important topic when it comes to relationships?
That's a good question. And ladies and gentlemen, question. I want to know the answer too. Why are finances such a big topic when it comes to relationship? Because truth be told,
Like we had
most
this
people.
one young lady on here, she's like, well, I'm not going to settle. I make six figures. If you make six figures, which there's low six figures, there's high six figures. It's six figures. That's a broad number, right? But why do you need to rely on somebody else's finances? Like, why do you need that person to be where you are? It doesn't make sense. So why do we continue to sabotage what could be when we can just be happy? We can bond with somebody because of who they are as an individual, not because of their career or their financial status. We can grow.
Absolutely. Stacy, you hit the nail on the head. We're gonna right here it says, I think a lot of that is the programming by the entertainment industry and thinking that's real. So they want the TV lifestyle and that's unrealistic and they continue to be disappointed. That's why we got so many knockoff Gucci bags. And you got knockoff purchases and with knockoff, you got people spray painting the bottom of shoes trying to get some red bottoms, because everybody want to look a certain way. And it's all we've all been affected by what psychologists call the more mentality. We're not satisfied with enough. And it used to be a time we were satisfied with enough. As long as the bills were, and that's honestly the place I am in my life. As long as my bills are paid, as long as I got a little money in the bank and I can eat every day and my children are straight, I'm content in that place, right? But some of us, we see what everybody else is doing and what everybody else has, and we are grossly affected by that, and it's a sad place. Thank you, Stacey. You're 100% right. And Dawood backs it up. A seed of discord has been planted in the minds of the majority of the women. But you rarely hear a man say he don't need a woman. But, and I'm gonna get to another point in a minute, Dawood, because you're about to make me make a transition. But I want to read a couple of these points. Frank Matthews said, "We've lost the sense of watch. Listen to this, ladies. We've lost the sense of survival together." Survival as of growing and building happiness. It's something to be said when you build something together. When you got somebody you're in a relationship with and you in the mud and man, they get down there in the mud with you. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I never
mm,
could remember. Nothing meant more to me, Corey. And I know I talk about my ex a lot, you know what I mean? Because that's on the experiences I got. But when I had a really, really bad day, and she knew it, and I might come in and not say a word, but she'll call me by my middle name. That ain't none of y'all's business, so I'm not gonna say it. But she'll call me by my middle name and say, "Hey, middle name, come here," and she'll call me down there, and then we'll have a conversation, right? And most time we wouldn't even say nothing. She just like lay down, put your head on my lap, and just let me decompress. You know what I'm saying? She would literally get down in the mud with me. So I feel you, Frank Matthews, when you say it's something about that sense of survival. Ladies, if you see while you're looking for compliments, COMPLIMENTS, me and y'all help me if I'm wrong. We looking for compliments, COMPLEMENTS.
mm,
We want to
mm,
blend.
mm.
We want to blend. We want you. We want you. Y'all brothers, help me out if I'm wrong. Can I get an amen? Can I get something on this one? Right? I'm not reading none of these messages out. So, Ashley, I hope y'all help me keep up. While y'all are looking for compliments, Dawood want to pop in. We're not looking for Dawood, you can give me an amen if I need one. While they looking for compliments, like they want to tell you how pretty your hair is and how nice how nice your dress is, and you're a beautiful young lady and all that kind of stuff. We looking for a compliment. Just bring some peace in our life. Just blend. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, I ain't gonna, and don't take this the wrong way when I say this, ladies. Don't talk too much.
Mm.
Don't talk and that don't mean don't talk. But sometimes you gotta know when to temper down. Just give me
That's
five
right.
minutes. Calm down for a hot second. That's what I mean. Just be quiet for a hot second. Because I need peace. Like Shauna Wood, yes, man. I need peace right now. And that's the
Hmm.
thing. Anthony McCreary said something a minute ago. He said the purpose of a man is to come in to bring balance, help to bring balance to a woman's life. Now, likewise, she's gonna do the same because she adds to a man. I mean, the rib, man, I can't see myself without this rib right here. I mean, it protects my heart. You feel what I'm saying? So I need you to protect my heart. Oh God, I'm feeling this right here. I need her to protect my heart, right? But I can't get her to protect my heart if she won't even listen to me. Come on, Dawood, what you got for me, baby? Dawood, are you there? Oh, okay. I guess he didn't mean to be on. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead, Corey. You can pop in for me. Yes, Lord. Hey, Shauna Wooten, Pastor Wooten. Happy to have you tonight. Hey, if you want to jump on live, Shauna Wooten, let me know. We'd love to hear some of the things you would like to
Close y'all's
impart
mouth, Lazer
impart
said.
impart some of your wisdom unto us too. Let me know. Just tell me. I'll shoot you an inbox. I'd love to have you on. Ashley, no, you still. I know you have your. So you must be busy or on the way home or something. So we're gonna let it go. Dawood, I'm gonna let you on one time. If you don't want to talk, tell me. Are
Yeah,
you
I'm right
there?
here. Can
Oh,
you hear
okay,
me?
cool. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hey,
I just want to say that uh, number one, like what you said, the women today they don't understand how effective they could be in a man's life if they was positive. Like you said, when you had bad days, your wife could call you by your middle name and make everything all right.
Yes, sir. Melt. I would
You know what I'm
melt.
saying? I don't take nothing from the woman because I know how
get back
powerful
over
the
there,
woman.
man.
I know how
Uh
powerful the woman really is.
huh.
But today we have become a bunch of pain junkies and dysfunctional addicts. We don't
Wow.
want peace. We
Well,
really don't.
say,
And,
hey,
and,
say that.
and that's why
No. Say that one more time for the people in the back, because I don't think they heard you. Say that one more
we
time
have
for the people in
become
the.
we have become a bunch of pain junkies and dysfunctional addicts.
Wow.
We don't want we don't want
Wow.
normal. We don't want norm.
Wow.
We don't. We want chaos. It's
Wow.
not. We will feel like something is wrong if you said how you doing. Like look at us as we walk in
Wow.
public. Most women frown up at us.
Yes,
They
sir.
look the other way.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
don't
sir.
even treat each other. We don't even treat each other with love.
Wow.
What has caused that, though? We have to get to the
Well,
root of things. What
But
has
no,
caused that?
we talk about it every
it's
week. But
just like
when hold on. What that will, I'm gonna let you answer too. But we talk about it every week. But when we talk about it every week, there's a certain segment of society that wants to discount our history. And
that's
they want to
right.
Mhm.
discount the programming aspect of it. Just because you don't feel like you weren't programmed doesn't mean that there weren't those who were programmed. Go ahead, Dotwood. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, my
No,
friend.
Yeah,
no,
there's
no,
a
no.
lot
You
of
go
different
ahead.
programs out there, including religion now.
Hold on, Corey. Hold on one second. We get back. Let me let Dotwood say what he's gonna say. Hold on. Go ahead,
No,
Dotwood.
no, no, no. I was agreeing with you. You right. It's like people want to ignore. Listen. You don't kill a tree by breaking the branch. You have to cut the root.
Yes, sir.
So what you saying? People want to ignore that because they feel like they weren't affected by it. But sometimes we have hidden illnesses that we don't even know we had until it's been uh, discovered, and that can
Yep.
not just only be physical, but it can be mental. Like you're not even having an idea that you act a certain way with your mate or you act a certain way with the opposite sex. You're not even conscious that you're doing it because you haven't self-examined.
Mm. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell. Come on back, Corey. I'm gonna tell you something though. That mirror is a very powerful tool. And a lot of people, yeah, I mean, we don't really look in the mirror. And most times when we look in the mirror, we're trying to fix a flaw instead of deal with the flaw. Does that make sense? Because when you got a flaw in the
Mhm.
mirror, most time you're trying to cover something up, right? Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm beautiful. I am who I am. Yeah, take it or leave it. This is who I, and that's who I became. When I tell you the story, Corey, of how I was stuck on the couch, and one day I had an epiphany, if you will. Like, I came to myself, if that's what the prodigal son did. I came to myself, right? Where I literally said, you know what? I don't like the dude in the mirror. I see why they left me. I was sorry. I was a mess. I was a mess. But how many people are willing to be that transparent and have that conversation, right? Because it's so much easier to point the finger at somebody else. But like grandmama taught us, Dawood, when you point the finger at somebody else, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 more fingers pointing right back at you. And sometimes you have to, as Dawood just said, do a self-examination. Now you asked, you said, now what were you going to say, Corey? You said it's several types of programming. What were you going to say about that?
Yeah, including religion. Religion is one of the things that I think.
Yeah, but we ain't on religion tonight.
Um,
Let's stay on
hold
relationships.
on, hold
Hold
on.
on, for real, because that's a
Religion
totally
and
different.
relationship is hey,
Not,
it's the
what we're
same
talking about
thing.
tonight has nothing to do with what I'm
Oh,
talking about on religion.
In
hey, let me
your
let me let me
opinion,
let me let
your
me let me let
opinion.
me let me, let me just say one thing
No,
about.
no, that's 100% true. But what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to cut you off, but I want to stay on this topic right here. We're talking about how entertainment has programmed people into believing that they deserve things or that they can have things based on what they see other people having. I
Right?
know religion got
We're
people saying,
talking about programming.
No,
And what
no,
I
no,
That,
said
no,
to you,
no. Main idea. We're not talking about just programming. Which you programming is one of the reasons why women think like this. That's what why these people have this mentality. That's the subject ain't programming. The subject is why do people think that it's okay to say that I don't need somebody, or they can look like that and say that I don't need nobody. No,
hey, hey, hey,
I'm not saying I ain't gonna let her speak, but I want to stay on topic. No, go ahead, Cole.
but
I'm
but
sorry.
but listen, but listen, I have to say one thing because you said something, James,
Yeah,
and it's religion is a part of history,
right.
and I want to, because I'm gonna tell you something. People don't want to admit it, but
Mm-hmm.
see, your woman, that's another problem. The woman, by and large, is listening to too many men, too much information. And see, when you dealing with the people going to the churches, that's another form of program because a lot of women would tell you, I'm in love with Jesus. I don't need no man. I'll do this. Same way with the video with Beyonce saying all the single ladies. You know, it's like a celebration to not have a man in so many aspects of
mhm.
what's
No, but
being put on.
okay. Oh, okay, but hear this though, and I hear because that's an easy cop out to me. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Right,
Barnett,
you're
no, hold on,
absolutely right.
let me say this. Let me say this. Barnett and Associates did a study. 1 in 6 people in the world go to church. Okay, one in
Right,
six in the world go to church, but 5 out of 6 probably think like this woman. So when you start talking about where the programming is coming from, the majority of it is not coming from the church because most people don't even go to church. The people who talking about church all the time, half of them don't even go to church. Most of the programming
But we're
comes from
we're talking about religion. You know, you can have religion without the church, James. But
okay.
religion has programmed a lot of us to believe in perfection when it comes to marriage, and a lot of marriages have been broken because of religion. I mean, some stay together because of religion, but I feel like a lot of them have been broken because of religion due to one ground of divorce. There's one ground of divorce, and that's infidelity, or what
yeah,
do you call it, adultery, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yes,
there's no perfection in anybody, man or woman. Let me explain this to you now. There's no woman on the panel tonight except for me. So, but I'm gonna ask you this, James. If you go and lay down with me tonight, there's a possibility you can get me pregnant, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Tomorrow, can you go down and lay down with somebody else and get them pregnant?
Absolutely.
5 days from now, could you do the same thing?
Every day I could. Yep.
Okay. Now, but I am that woman. If you come and lay down with me, you get me pregnant. Guess what? I got to wait 9 months from now to have that baby, to carry that baby. So naturally, by nature, I'm monogamous. You, on the other hand, you can keep having baby after baby after baby, laying down with whoever you want to. So the religion has taught us that there's restrictions when it comes to nature. So when you teach me something like that, and I get in this agreement with you, in this contract with you, and you break what I've been taught in religion, it tells me that I can divorce you, right?
Yeah. Well,
So religion is a part
kind
of
of.
the programming as
Well,
well,
the laws
because
of the
it's
land say you can divorce. The laws of the religion say it don't actually say you can get divorced in that aspect. The Bible don't teach divorce. That's actually a law of the
okay. The
land thing
Bible
right there.
says
On that part,
adultery is one thing where you can get a divorce over, right? Does the Bible say
not
that
in,
or not?
not
no,
initially,
no,
no,
hey,
no,
Coy,
no,
it doesn't. That's
no.
man.
It doesn't.
I
That's
agree.
man. I'm telling
I
you,
agree with James. That's man.
it doesn't.
But see,
So the
James,
Bible
that's
says no way, no how, no divorce.
no divorce. No divorce.
No.
The only way, according to the Bible, the only way you are free is through death. The woman cannot have another man unless he's deceased.
Well, okay, I see what you're saying because even if you're divorced, you're still technically married, correct? Is that what you're saying? So if you go and you get married to someone else, you're committing adultery.
No,
Although,
no. Now,
although
James may not agree with this, but
Go ahead.
adultery is when a man lay down with another man's woman.
That's where it's taught in the Bible.
hmm,
Yeah. So that's where, like you just said, a man can impregnate multiple women. And now this is where the programming come in at. Somebody told us, and I ain't gonna say religion, I'm gonna say in the world, period. Somebody told
Mhm.
us that it's wrong for a man to have another woman, but yet
Mhm.
we've seen certain people have. It's all about what you.
Mo-
It's all about the understanding, like you said, the programming have us so discord. When people divorce, look who suffer, the children. We just breeding the same
mhm.
thing over and over again, where women don't want to deal with the man because the mother,
Mhm.
like you said, the other Monday night, James, where the woman was saying she both the man and the father. Where the woman and the father, where sometimes they telling each other Happy Father's Day. All this is just,
Mhm.
it's just, it's
That's
dysfunctional.
it is.
Yeah, it
And I'm
is.
sorry. And hold on, let me say, Corey, I'm sorry for cutting you off earlier. I didn't mean to cut you off like that.
It's okay.
And
I'm good.
your point, I get your valid point. But like, cause I mean, and let me tell y'all, those that don't know, I'm a preacher first, and I'm gonna be that first. So don't, and I'm a and Dawood, I'm a Baptist preacher. Okay, I'm probably as probably the most ostracized. I'm joking, but anyway, I'm gonna defend mine regardless. So don't come for the church. Don't hardly come for religion on me,
Ain't
cause I'm
nobody
going.
coming for the church. We
If
talking
you
about the
do,
programming, you
and I
know?
promise you, but the programming that I refer to more than anything, it is no. I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say, but no. I'm gonna say a little bit. However, Melinda made me change my word. I will fight for real. But anyway, my point is, most of the programming we see, and even when I heard a prophet say this a long time ago, that a lot of us, a lot of us will be affected by what Hollywood was doing. And Hollywood is so powerful that isn't it funny how most of the TV stations now are owned by one company?
Yes.
One company owns it. That's why you can look on ESPN and see an NBC commercial, or they can show VH1 video awards on BET or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because one person. Even I noticed something a couple of years ago. Lifeway started buying all the Dawood started buying all the Christian bookstores in the world. No more Mardales. No more. I mean, now all of a sudden Lifeway's gone, right? And you got to buy all your books off of Amazon, right?
Right.
So all of a sudden now you having one source that has all the
Yeah.
information. You feel what I'm saying? And so when we start looking at
Hey,
these TV stations, that's what I'm talking about. Because see, even with the church, the religion, the whole that thing, when this whole pandemic came, what President Trump come on TV and say? Y'all start doing your church on Facebook Live. So now they can monitor everything we do.
that's right.
Everything that we
Hey,
do.
hey, 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 James, here's another thing. Do you know how many roses and vibrators they have been able to sell since women say they don't need men now?
Yeah,
See, you got the power that be that is sowing so much discord, and it's all about monetary gain with them. They don't care.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
You
and
know what
honestly,
I'm saying?
and that's honestly, that's all. That's if y'all have never read the new Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander, read that book. But when it talks about chattel slavery, the purpose of slavery wasn't to bring black people over here and be mean to them. Y'all know that, right? The purpose of slavery was all about money. How can we keep this money moving forever? It's all chattel slavery was about money. And if you got the first group of slaves and it was men and women and they started having children and children started going, you so stupid. But if you start these they have children and all of a sudden they got slaves that are born into slavery. And this is a system that keeps going for over 400 years, right? Keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And so when Dawood comes and he says this right here about the roses and everything, it's all about monetary gain. And guess what? We as black people have always been the target audience on their business plan. We're always, even the privatized
Yes.
prison, we're the target audience. Corey, you know this. Unmute yourself. You know this. Anytime you do a business plan, what we do is you look for a target audience. When you put your business in place, you picked out the area you wanted to live in. I mean, the area you wanted to
Yeah.
work in.
Yeah.
You did a demographic
You do all of
analysis.
that.
You did what
Mhm.
color? What mean is it Latinos? Is it Caucasian? Is it African American? You look to see what schools, how far, everything because you're doing it. They did the same thing with us through slavery. They did it with privatized prisons. Anytime, and like Melinda
Yeah.
just said, and I'm gonna put it on the screen. Melinda said every time we fall for it, and we fall for it hook, line, and sinker. We had curly hair. They had straight hair. So guess what? Now we want straight hair. They want curly hair. We dark skinned. They want to be dark. We trying to figure out how to be lighter. I mean, nope. What is it? We're part of everybody's business plan.
That's
Yes,
true.
absolutely.
So I don't know. And the thing is that while we're fighting over these things, and like I just did to Coy, I cut her off, and I was wrong, 100% wrong. And Coy probably wouldn't have cussed me out tomorrow. We probably would have said hi and loved on, been moved on tomorrow. But Melinda felt a little certain way about it, because she said, "Hold on, let her speak," and I get it. But all it took, Dawood, was a simple apology. You know what? I messed up, and I did that in front. Everybody who hears this video from now on will say they'll hear me apologize, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Why can't we do that as men and women in relationships? Why can't we see the error? Okay, thank you, Dawood. Why can't we see our errors, and when we make an error, apologize or make an atonement for it, or learn from that mistake and try to move on? Hold on, let me see who's in the background. Yeah, that's why can't we do it? I mean, tell me, why can't we do it? What did he say? Oh yeah, uh, uh, that's what Sammy Smash. We are the business, and always
And
have
slavery
been.
never left. That's why they developed prison system.
Yeah, I
Slavery
mean,
never left. Slavery is still here.
and
We're
there
still
and
the
there was a
target.
yeah,
Just like
and there
with the
was a big
PPP loans, we're still the target. They allow people to get them with ease.
yeah,
Now they're getting ready to go after a lot of people. We're still the target.
and they
Slavery still exists.
and I just heard they just released another $1.2 billion for that. They're gonna probably some same people who didn't sign up last time and didn't get caught. They're gonna sign up this time, and some of them still gonna be fraudulent, and some of them still gonna try to get their money, knowing that all them people, but
It's a trap.
it's a
It's a
trap of
trap.
joy,
And
and
if
we
you're
fall
smarter,
for it.
I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it, but I own stock in private prison system. I mean, it's money in it.
Michael Jordan does
But
too. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, why not take advantage of it? It's
That's
there.
yeah. I
It's
hope they
easy
break.
money.
I hope you get to moving in time, but I hope one day we get to break you. I mean, I hope that stock plummets, but it won't. It won't. It won't. And to see how some of these privatized prisons are treating their inmates are horrible. Are horrible. Let's see what Melinda said. Melinda said, "I remember this post that said everyone is grown until we have to communicate." Oh yeah, apologize. I forgot. I remember everyone grown until we have to communicate. Apologize. I forgot. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but we got to grow up and we got to learn how to communicate. Cause listen, women aren't settling. I get it, but check it out, y'all. And I'm sure some brothers that's in the chat right now. Cause I'm 50 years old, and at 50 years of age, I'm settled now. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably a little surly. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't mind sitting in the house by myself. I got a refrigerator. I got a computer. I got cable. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I mean, I can live comfortably in my own home, right? So if anybody comes, Melinda, in my personal space, right? They can't come in bringing chaos. They got to come in to be. So when I put this post up earlier, they said men aren't the only ones settling. It was after one of my homeboys had stopped by, and Dawood, man, you can have this conversation. I keep muting you because your background. I guess you're probably driving. But when I bring you on, we're gonna be talking. But my homeboy, Dawood, he came by the house today, right? And when he came by the house, when he had met this young lady, and he was telling me about the girl and how they was hanging out, and she made good money, and know that she had her own house, and they were going out to dinner and all of these things. But this time, let's 2-3 weeks later, he comes back. He said, "Well, I ain't with her no more." I said, "Why you not?" I said, "Why?" I said, "Why you not with her anymore?" He said, "Man, she bowled up at me and came out her mouth crazy at me." He said, "Bro, I can't be going back and forth with nobody like that." He said, "I don't want nobody I'm supposed to like to talk to me like that, and I don't want to have to talk to her like that." And that's what a lot of people do. I'm quick. Corey, you see my right hand? You see it? Just nod here. You see? I know you got. You see it? I will withdraw this right hand of
Yeah,
fellowship so fast and put it in my pocket. I promise the first time I hear that mouth, cause I can't do it. Cause I'm not gonna talk
Well,
to you crazy.
you know what our problem is now.
Who is
We've
our?
gotten so educated and have
Who
such
is
great
our?
career. Us, I'm speaking for us women.
Okay.
We've gotten so educated, and our careers are at a higher level. We know everything. You can't tell us anything. And like you said earlier, James, sometimes you got to look at that man or that woman in the mirror, and that's the only reason why I'm where I am today. Because, but it didn't take me this long to get there. This happened years ago. It didn't take me long to get there. After a couple of failed relationships, it's like, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? Like, I'm thinking about
Man.
myself, like, oh, I'm a prize catch. I got this going on, that going on. I had to sit down and think about this, like, what's going on? Oh my gosh. You know, my mouth. I need to tone this down. I need to learn how to listen. I need to be quiet. I need to do all of that. And when I
Really?
learn how to do that, yes, when I learn how to do that, I have no issues with anyone or having a discussion with anyone. People gravitate to me. It's like it's peaceful where I am.
That's good,
It's
Corey.
easier where I am. When
That's
you
good.
try to have so much strength, and I'm this type of woman and I got this going on. When you stop talking about it and relax, everything is good. Everything flows.
Absolutely.
And we got to get there. We got to get there, because if we don't get there, we're gonna be like, who is that? What's your friend name? Mark
Uh-huh.
mom, 60, 70 years old and still single. We'll make that accomplishment of independence and having our money and everything, but we're gonna have that money alone.
Wow. You know what? And uh, Coy, I talk for a living. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I sold cars. Any job I've done has involved me talking, so I'm pretty good at talking. So
Hmm.
I don't want to get into a talking match. And Anthony, you can relate to this. I don't want to get into a talking match with my woman or my
Hmm.
wife or somebody I love, because number one, I probably can talk better than you. You know what I mean? Because I'm good at that, but I don't talk to people I love like that. I use those negotiation skills in the real world. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, I want to be quiet. You know,
That,
if
ooh,
I come home, I want I if I my words need to be intentional. You know what I'm saying? Let's have intentional conversation. You know, in fact, sometimes Dawood,
yes.
let me bring Dawood back in. Dawood, sometimes when I come to the house, you know what I used to like to do? Just
What's
go sit
that?
in the backyard for about an hour and just take my phone and play my game on my phone for about an hour straight while my
Yeah,
mind is decompressing, because I'm a cancer. I don't can't we don't like really being around a lot of the people. You know what I'm saying? So when you got to
right.
be around people, sometimes you get by yourself. You got to get people off of you. So I got to go home and decompress and and get back. Dawood, can you relate to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to like you said, you got to decompress because you got to change the frequency. You've been at work, you've been interacting with all type of different types of vibrations.
Yes.
So when you come home, you got to put on another hat.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
got to
sir.
go back
Yeah.
to being, you know what I'm saying? You can't just, you have to unwind. That's
That's
only,
good.
Yeah.
that's what we have, this world has came to. But what I want to
That's
say,
good.
one thing is this, man, and it just dawned on me. What we operating in, the reason why we having so much discord is fear. Don't nobody want to
That's
be
true.
hurt. We
That's
talk
true.
like we tough,
That's
but we
true.
really afraid. So
Mm.
so we don't want to let nobody in our private, our personal space because we feel like we may be lied to or we may be cheated on or
Preconceived
and
notion.
different things of that
Yeah.
nature. So I really know for a fact that it's fear that we really
Yeah.
recognize the problem.
I
It's
think
fear,
you're
man.
right.
We're afraid to be hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Preconceived notions will paralyze a relationship so fast. A
And why do we
preconceived
care about being hurt? Why do we care so much about being hurt? I mean, why can't we just go with the flow? Because tomorrow's not
pain
promised to
junkies.
no
Yes.
one.
Pain junkies. Ain't that what you just said? We're pain junkies.
Yeah.
And you were in pharmaceutical sales. You wouldn't have had a job if people didn't keep paying. You know what I'm saying? They looking for something
That's right.
to get rid of that pain because
Yep.
no, they take the sometimes they take the medicine before the pain even starts. They'll take the pain before the medicine even
Wow.
starts. Before the pain even starts, they'll take the medicine because they want to relax their muscles to brace them. Oh, here it is. They want to brace themselves for the pain. That's deep. That's deep. Stacy said, what is a man's value to a woman that he can't tell her anything and he is constantly reminded of what she can do by herself? That's tough.
See, that's yeah. See, that's a lot. That's too much right there.
Yeah.
I'm not about
It's-
to do that because guess what? I'm a kitten.
yeah.
I'm gonna be a kitten with my man. I can't do that. I don't want you to feel less than.
Yeah.
So we have to learn how to just relax and not be so uptight, especially with someone that we're with.
Yeah.
That can damage a man right there. That can really. It's like we talking down on you.
Yeah, and that's a whole different conversation because when we start talking about the damaging of a man, when we start defining damage, right? You know what I'm saying? Because and because damage really is when we get to the point where we don't want to rock with nobody. It ain't that we want to, it ain't that we homosexual. We just asexual at this point. We just don't care. And if we need some interaction, we can make a phone call or make a stop or whatever, or do what they got to do to make sure to satisfy that need because that's all you really want to do. I mean, it's
Hey,
not. It's just to
hey, James.
satisfy a quick need, right quick. What's up?
I want to say something. You know, you can look at something in two ways, right?
Yeah.
And that in history it say that the woman was deceived, right?
Hmm.
But I always look at that the only one that get picked on is the one that is most important. And I really believe the reason why we're going through what we're going through because they the 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 history and everything has targeted the woman because they know the woman is the first teacher of the child.
Absolutely.
So if she's diseased in her spirit, the child gonna be diseased, and it's just a cycle. It don't never stop. And
No.
we trying to figure out what is the solution. What can we do? And it's not a quick one. It's not a
No.
quick one.
Nowhere near a quick solution. And but it starts with these types of conversations, and that's why we're gonna keep having these conversations, and I appreciate that's why I appreciate Coy, I appreciate Ashley, appreciate you, Dawood, when you pop on. It means a lot because we really need to have these conversations in order to start breaking down some of the barriers. Just some of the stuff we've said tonight, I think has opened up some eyes. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I like about this more than anything, Dawood and Coy? I like it because if you look in the comments, it's really a lot of men. It's really a lot of brothers. It's giving us a place where men can come and speak freely. And we're not coming over here talking. We're not downing women. We're not gonna bash women. You'll never see us bash women. And if we do, I promise I'll cut it off. But we're not gonna bash men either because that's been happening for so long. All I want to see us do is come in here, have a harmonious conversation, a harmonious adult grown-up conversation. Lay some stuff on the table, right? And as we lay it on the table, then we'll come back and we'll say, okay, we good, we're good. We're in a great place, and that's kind of where I'm trying to get us to. So I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Let's see what Lazaric said because we're about to cut this off. I'm gonna keep us under an hour tonight because I think we've had a good conversation. What Lazaric say? I see you laughing, Coy. Did you read it before I saw it? Huh? Lord have mercy. Do I
Yes,
need it?
I read it.
Is you talking about the last comment he made? I'm scared.
Yes.
Hold on, let me read it. The
He said
reason
I'm
is that
scared.
the reason is that we can't go with the flow is because truthfully speaking, men and women want to be whoremongers, and some women want to. Sad but true. Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. Everybody want to be loved, but no. Hey, that's okay. Okay, I got you. Hey, there is a segment of society that wants to do everything that my buddy La just said. So it's all gravy. It's all gravy. But no, listen, we had a good conversation again tonight. We did. We did. But I want to show y'all. We getting ready to. I just. He's boy, you crazy. Lazarick Adams, true. He right. If some people want to hold muggle, and some women want to hold, and don't everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die, because it's definitely gonna be some.
You
If
know
we
what's
believe,
interesting though?
what's that?
People always ask or compare and say, well, what kept our grandparents together? Um, I, I don't think it had anything to do with finances or the woman, the women back then, they brought in money too, even if they had side hustles. That some of them sold potatoes, so some of them bootleg. I think it was a loyalty thing. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
the women they knew how to hustle back then. They did.
He's so funny. I know you. I-
I know
but
my great grandmother hustled back then.
but but if
She
she said sold potatoes, but that's a fun. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. I apologize. She said sold potatoes. That's crazy. But even if you just look at the sweat equity that they put in though, because if you like you think if grandmama had 5 kids, right? I mean, how much would 5 kids today cost in daycare? You know what I'm saying? That's $1,000 a week.
yeah
That's 4 grand a month. You know what I'm saying? How much would a
yeah
maid cost?
yeah.
How much would a maid cost if it was a living maid? So when you look at when you start to quantify her value, it was invaluable. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was 100% about loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
and it's funny. I was talking to somebody yesterday. She said her parents have been separated probably for 50 years. They've been married 70, but they've been separated for probably 50. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
My grandmama, I know for a fact, my grandmama and that granddad, I never saw them together, but they never got a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So my grandfather lived to be 92 years old. My grandmother died a lot sooner, but
Wow.
I lived in the house with my grandmother for several years. It was her that I walked downside the field with. You don't know nothing about that because y'all ain't from the country. Good night, Melinda.
Let
But
me ask you something. Were you riding on a bag? Was she pulling
no,
you in the field?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't slavery. It wasn't slavery. But I'm playing. But you know, I was of age and I could walk. We walked downside the field and we picked up blackberries, and I watched her make preserves. I watched her fry skin straight off of the swine, Dawood, straight off the swine. And I ate my share of
Mm.
swine, and ham, all of it. Those were the good
Ooh,
days, man. Good
no
old
sir.
days. Yeah, that was then. Back then you wouldn't have thought you didn't know what you know now. You know what I'm saying? You just did it. But you know what the key and critical component was before you ate? You blessed it. Thank you, Lord, for the food I'm about to eat. And you kept it moving, and they lived to be a long time. But I know they got different
Hmm.
things processing food and all that kind of stuff. So, nah, but that's good.
Hmm.
We've had a good conversation tonight. Coy, cuss me out, go cuss me out tomorrow, y'all. So I'm prepared for that
No, I'm
cussing.
not.
Yes, you
I
is.
allow people to, hey, have their own opinion and do
No,
what they
man.
want to do, be who they want to be.
I
We
appreciate
good.
for I appreciate you for letting me be me. I appreciate you for letting me be me, because I would not know how to be it if you didn't let me be it. That was fun. That was shade, y'all. For
You
those
need to
for
cut it
those who
out.
don't know, for
Cut
those who
it
don't
out.
recognize what
Stop
shade
capping.
is, that was what you call shade. But I wanted to say something about what Stacey Connolly said earlier, and then I'm be done. He said a lot of us make the mistake of we don't know the difference between settling and compromising. We
Mm.
say we won't
Mm.
settle. We say we won't settle. We say forget you, Ashley. We said, but we say we won't settle. But it's one thing not to settle, but it's another thing to not be willing to compromise. And I was reading this right here, and we're gonna start closing out here in just a minute. But it says when you compromise, you're choosing to tolerate certain things to achieve and maintain a beneficial outcome. Settling
Mm.
is making do with less. Compromising is us accepting less of one thing in return for more of
Dang.
another. It's
Mm.
compromising one thing in return for hold on, I didn't memorize it that fast. Compromise is accepting less of one thing in return for more of another. Yeah, we don't want to compromise, and compromise is
Hmm.
okay. You don't have to lose yourself to compromise. That's what that whole compliment. Somebody can help you be more of yourself. To be honest with you, somebody can come along and make you more of yourself, make you a better version of yourself. And that's good. I mean, because they compliment, they're adding, they're helping. I know words of affirmation. That's my love language. I know that. So if I hear that on a constant language, on a constant man, please, I'm gonna go get it. I promise I'm gonna go get it for you. I'm gonna go get it. But if I start to gotta hear you, yeah, 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 I don't need no man. And the first time you raise your voice at me, watch this hand. Right hand of fellowship, withdrawn. I put, Sue Ann, you know me, I put my right hand of fellowship back in my pocket. Wanna? Yes, I will. And I won't get mad. I won't get upset. I promise I won't be upset. I will not be angry at all. I'm now I did feel myself get angry a couple times last week. That's why. But I'm good now. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, I ain't gonna get upset. I mean, hey, when I get mad, forget you, Sue Ann. Sue Ann calls me grumps all the time. But honestly, I don't get as mad as I used to, man. Yeah, there's a difference between support and sponsorship. I hear you, Marlon. So y'all check this out. I want to show y'all something because we get ready to monetize with this show. Y'all know I keep forgetting that I'm on this. I keep forgetting that you all that are on the show every week and you want to support this platform, and I know you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. You can buy stars, and the stars aren't that much, like $1.99, $2.99, $3.99, whatever they are. But you can buy so many stars, and if you buy the stars, you can support this platform. They're really nothing but pennies, and I probably ain't we won't make a whole lot of money until we get like thousands and thousands of followers. But we can practice now. So if some of you all want to ever purchase stars, then we'd be good. Hold on, Ray Evans just said something. Let's see what Pastor Dr. Evans said. He says collaboration. I agree. Is better than compromise because it is doing what's best for all involved. Compromise is everyone getting something which still may not be what is best. What is best. Now, I can't argue with Dr. Evans because Dr. Evans is over a counseling center. But I get it. I get it. But when I think of compromise to an extent, I think of sowing. I like what the definition said. He says accepting less of one thing in return for more of another. But I get what you're saying. You're saying collaboration means everybody gets what they want, and that works out. So that's a good place. That's a good place. But let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me show one more thing. We're out of here for real. I'm supposed to be gone by now. I apologize. Here it is. Y'all, this is the new t-shirt. This is the new t-shirt. And it says on the path to better. You all can go to my Etsy store, ETSY. The name of my store is Kirkland Creations, but with a K, Kirkland, KIRKLIN, Creations, KREATIONZ. I'll put that in the chat in a minute. But if you want to go there and get any of our Intellectual Stew merchandise or On the Path to Better merchandise, you can go there, and that's in my Etsy store. It'll be on it's on my Facebook page for those that want to check that out as well. But Ashley, I'm doing a good job. You tell me to talk about these things, so tonight I'm making sure I talk about them. Ashley, for a long time, I won't say anything about money, but Ashley told me I got to start talking about this type of stuff. So I'll do it because we want to grow. We want to grow this platform, and it takes growth. So yeah, but y'all hold on, Corey, y'all hold on one second. I'm bring y'all right back because I'm gonna give y'all closing words. Dawood, don't go nowhere. I want to show them my whole screen. Y'all see I got my green screen right for a change. No shadows. I love it, man. I love it. So I'm back. Coy, give us some closing words, and we done. You muted. All right, good. Now you're unmuted.
I ain't got nothing for y'all, James. Not tonight.
Huh? You ain't got nothing for us?
I don't have nothing tonight.
Good. Oh, hey, that's a good thing. That means with all been said, we just say amen then. So more to be, though. So more to be. Go ahead. What you got for me, Dawood? Oh, he muted himself. So if you got any closing words, come on in. Unmute yourself, Dawood, if you got any closing words. All right. Speak now, forever hold your peace. No words. All right, cool. So we out of here, Coach. We've had a good night. I think we had a decent conversation for it to just be me and you.
Yeah.
And Dawood popped in and helped us out, so I appreciate him for jumping in and helping us tonight. We out. Been a good show. We're on for 1 hour and 4 minutes. And I think that was good. I think we got plenty of good time eating. Y'all continue to tell people about the show. We're going to be here every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be me, and it'll be a panel, and we'll always have these discussions. And I appreciate you. Now, those that aren't doing anything tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I have my Tuesday Flow show. I got a couple of PKs on, preacher kids coming on. So tomorrow's going to be called From PK to EP. These guys are helping their fathers by being their executive pastor. So they stayed with them. So they probably sacrificed part of their ministry. To help their father. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow and hear it straight from the horse's mouth. So let's have that conversation. Corey, what do I always tell them? I tell them that the world is changing. So what's the question? Why do you? Go ahead, finish it.
Remain the same.
She said it. She's talking out soft with her soft voice, but I'm going to say it for her. Why do you remain the same?
Remain the same.
Let's do it. Corey, I'll
Yes.
change for you. I'll change for you. Will you change for me?
Yeah, there's always room for improvement.
That's always the biggest house in any room is the room for improvement. Y'all, good night. That's it. We out of here.
Amen. Good night, y'all. Thanks for joining.